Welcome to my kitchen and welcome to my fridge. I'm going to be taking a look inside just to kind of get an idea of what a stereotypical vegan fridge might include. Bear in mind the food in here is relative to what you can find in the UK, so by all means it will vary from country to country, location to location. Admittedly, this is just after what I consider a big food shop. So here we go. To some that might look quite bare, and to others that might look quite stocked. This is what I'd consider well stocked. And yeah, I'm just going to be showing you around, give you some backstory to some of it, and maybe some pricing reference, which may be particularly useful if you're new to veganism or you're just generally curious or nosy. So yeah, let's have a look then. Bottom drawer as usual is the vegetables. I'll be showing you a close-up as well, so don't worry. I don't go fancy or anything, I just get the usual. So, cucumbers, avocados, tomatoes, just Tesco's brand own, iceberg lettuce for sandwiches and salads, and then just some carrots and onions. I do like to make my own recipes as much as possible as opposed to just buy like packaged food. And really what I've noticed is this looks really healthy, but my pantry is the stuff that has like the biscuity stuff, the cakey stuff and everything like that. So yeah, we've got drinks along here, so pineapple drink, almond drink, which is what I'd normally buy just because that's the cheapest version. That's £1 from Sainsbury's. Got your condiments along there, so we've got homemade vinaigrette, which is just oil, vinegar and mustard, shake it all up, and then that's just a cheap easy salad with your salads. We've got pickle, lime pickle, so I make quite a lot of Indian dishes. Gherkins, which I actually put in like burgers, but my oven isn't working at the moment, so this might look quite raw food based, but I'm not raw based as of yet. Having said that, here we go. Alpro soya cream, so it's soya based instead of milk based, and I believe it's under £1 or between £1 and £1.50, so vegan mayo, so without the egg basically. You can get that from Holland & Barrett, and even like Tesco's and Sainsbury's nowadays tend to do it. Oh, I haven't actually tried this yet, so Tesco's free from pesto. Pesto normally isn't even vegetarian because there's parmesan in it, but parmesan is usually, I'm not too sure actually, it's something to do with, I don't know, I think it has animal fat in it. The majority of parmesan does have animal fat in it, so it's completely vegan without parmesan. And tofu, okay, there's tofu in there. And again, it's not more than £2, I think it was £1.75. I'll show you a closer look now as well, so. Close-ups now. That's the vegetable drawer once again. Nothing much to report there. Then on the first shelf, we've got some homemade energy drinks, which I've made a recipe to, so I'll link that down below. Reason why I started making homemade energy drinks is just because I got into a really bad habit of starting to drink an energy drink a day for at least the past 6 months, and it's made me gain weight. Acne it's contributed to as well, like nothing good has come of it, so as a result I thought I'd stop the energy drinks and make homemade ones instead. And that's made of pineapple juice, lime juice, turmeric powder and cayenne pepper. And then I've even bought these containers, or rather I was gifted these containers for Christmas, just to motivate me to grab one of these in the morning, and I batch make them along with my sandwiches for work as well, so they're always in the fridge there. We've got the limes for the energy drinks, and we've got the vegan cheese and the vegan ham. Just try and focus on that a second. And depends where you live, like, but this is just like, I live within walking distance of Holland and Barrett's, so it's really accessible. Like, it's not inconvenient to get all the stuff together as well. It's just one more stop aside from just one supermarket. Like, it's not much effort at all. So I think each one is about £2.39 each, both this and that. Sometimes they have offers where you can buy 2 for 1 or this, that, the other. I normally get the cheddar style one. This is a red Leicester style, but it was Boxing Day, so they didn't have much variety on this occasion. But they literally always have it stocked, so it's never an issue whereby it's not available. And this will go in my sandwiches or pasta bakes, but this particular cheese isn't the best at melting. So if I want to do a recipe that needs like melty cheese, then I'll find something else from Holland and Barrett's. But everywhere is doing really well at the moment. Tesco's, Sainsbury's has like loads of vegan cheese out, so you don't even need to go to Holland and Barrett's. This is vegan ham. This is an American brand, but Holland and Barrett's stock it, so it's tofurkey. And this tastes, everything about this tastes exactly like meat, but it's not. It's vegan, like the texture, smell, taste, everything. And again, £2.39, something like that. And that goes in my sandwiches that I make for work. Doesn't look too visually appealing, but what this basically is homemade chicken mayo for like sandwiches. So it's New Year's Day tomorrow, so I thought we'd have a nice lunch. Me and my boyfriend are going to have vegan chicken mayo sandwiches, something like that. So I've made that the night before. It did have foil on it, but I took that off. And that's just vegan corn pieces, so chicken style pieces, mayo, mustard, vinegar, lime, thyme and red onions there. It's like smelling up the whole fridge, but I'll put the foil back on in a second, that's fine. Next one, as I said, Tesco's is really good for anything cheesy. So this is a vegan cream cheese spread. A bit more expensive, but overall the cost of meat versus vegan products is still cheaper. So I'd say you only spend about £200 on my monthly food shops altogether. That's nearly all gone in fat, but nonetheless, just to give you an idea, you don't need to do without stuff. So vegan spread, margarine. Majority of margarine would be vegan because sunflower oil is mainly used, and sunflower oil is cheaper than using dairy products, so there's that. Got some olives, some salsa dip, just some spare tofurkey from the sandwiches that I made, because I've only made 4 on this occasion, so there's some left over. The thyme from the vegan chicken mayo. As I said, I always make the sandwiches for the week for work, because I can never guarantee that they'll have something in. If they do have things in, if I've forgotten to make lunch, then it's usually like soup or something like that. And then we've got some tomato sauce for when I make some pasta bake. Don't know if you can see that, that's just Robinson's peach squash. And I'll buy those in my online monthly large shop, so that I don't need to have to keep going back to the supermarket and carrying large heavy items. Yes, the condiments once again, so that's homemade vinaigrette, as I said, and Alpro, and then you got your drinks once again there. So that was a fridge. I'll give you a quick look in the freezer as well, just because there are some really good finds in the freezer aisle for cheap as well, so I'll give you some ideas there. The freezer now then, my oven's broken at the moment, so it's getting fixed, so I've not got too much in the freezer. I don't think there's even anything in there, no. But I've stocked back up in anticipation for my oven to start working again. So we've got, this is the Tesco's version of the chicken style thing, which is £1 cheaper than the corn vegan chicken style pieces. This is £1.50. We've got vegan fish fingers, which taste exactly like fish, and I was really suspicious, but it says vegan on it, so there we go. No fish involved. This again is much cheaper than the corn. This is from Sainsbury's. I appreciate you can't necessarily do all your shops in different supermarkets, but I just collect these over time, to be fair. This is £1.50 and you get 8, as opposed to corn vegans one, which is £1.75 and you get 2, so a lot more value for money. Vegan hot and spicy burgers, So again, it tastes exactly like chicken in my mind anyway, but no chicken involved. And then chips, peas and sweet corn. That's all there is to it. So that's everything then, full fridge tour for you there. And as I said earlier, I don't spend any more or any less being vegan. Been vegan for nearly 2 years now, and my monthly food shop is about the same as to what it was when I was vegetarian. And what I would have assumed it would have been when I was a meat eater, but that was when I used to live with my parents, so I'm not too sure on that one there. But yeah, hopefully that gave you some ideas, or just squash any of your curiosity for you there. Until next time, I'll see you later, okay?